Hello friends, welcome to the 26th session of Hybris tutorial. In this session, we are going to learn about the creating groovy scripts. We will learn what are groovy scripts, where we use the groovy scripts in actual production environment, in actual scenarios where we use the groovy scripts. So we will be learning all these concepts in this video. We will also learn what is the difference between a groovy script and a bean cell. Guys, I have already created a video on creating bean cell. So in case you have not learned about creating a bean cell, you can watch the video. The link of video is given in the description box as well as on the top right corner in the card section. So you can watch that video and can learn how to create a bean cell. So guys, in the end, I will be giving you some sample examples of some groovy scripts which you will be using very frequently in your daily project activities. So before starting anything, let me show you where we run the Groovy script in HAC. If I go to console and in the scripting language, over here we have this section. Over here I can write a Groovy script. You can see over here I have to choose script type. If I'm choosing the script type as Groovy, then I can write the Groovy script. If I select the script type as bean cell, then I can write bean cell as well. Don't worry if you still don't know the difference between a groovy and a bean cell. I will explain you the difference between groovy and a bean cell script in this video only. But if I just run this sample groovy script only, if I just click on the execute button, you can see this message is getting printed, right? So this is a very basic and Hybris provided sample example of a groovy script, right? So this groovy is a scripting language which is based on the Java. It is used in Hybris world mainly for the debugging and troubleshooting purpose. Using the groovy, we can run the scripts inside the Hybris without modifying the source code. So it is a very powerful tool for debugging purpose, especially for the remote system. Right, so I have already told you how to create a bean cell, guys. These bean cells and groovy script serves the same purpose, but there is a slight difference that I am going to tell you. What is the difference between a groovy script and a simple bean cell? If I can just take an example of bean cell which we had run in our previous tutorial. This was the bean cell which I had shown you in the previous chapter or previous tutorial on the bean cell. This was the bean cell which we had run. What this bean cell is doing, this is intaking one order, right? And then we are fetching the corresponding order model through this flexible query. I'm giving this order number as a input. Once I get the order model over here, what I'm doing, I'm setting the description value as sent inside this, and then I am saving this order model again. So what I'm doing over here, I'm setting the description value as a sent for this order in Hybris, right? So firstly, let me run this uh, script, this bean cell. So I'm going to HAC, and then I will just run this bean cell. I am running this bean cell in the commit mode. Why I'm running this in the commit mode, not in the rollback mode? Because over here we are saving the order model, and this order model has some changes. I'm setting the description value over here. So if I run this in rollback model or rollback mode, then these changes will not get saved. These changes will be rolled back automatically. So to save these changes into the Hybris DB, we need to select this option as a commit mode. If I click on the execute, currently I am selecting the bean cell option over here. So if I click on the execute button, I am clicking on the execute button, and you can see this was the order number. double zero, 6 times 0 and then 5, right? This was the order number, the same order number we had given in the script as well. And you can see before refreshing this order, description value is empty. Once I refresh this, you can see value has been updated. Why it has been updated? Because I have updated this value from the backend. Right now, what is the difference between bean cell and groovy script? If I just run this groovy script, if I just run this script as a groovy script, you can see it will still work. You can see it is still working. Then you must be wondering what is the difference between bean cell and groovy. Guys, the difference between groovy and bean cell is that groovy is a separate language which is based on the Java, but it doesn't care about the syntaxes. If I don't add this, or if I remove this semicolon as well, if I remove this semicolon as well, if I remove this semicolon as well, still this groovy script will work. But if I choose this, if I run this script as a bean cell, this will not work. So it means groovy script will automatically understand if I'm writing here order model dot set description sent, and then in the next line I am writing model service dot save, it will automatically understand, okay, this is the next execution line. But to run a bean cell over here, you have to necessarily mention the semicolons. If I don't mention the semicolons, it will not work. For example, I have just removed these semicolons. If I just try to execute this, because I'm running this as a groovy, you can see still this script is working. But if I run this script as a bean cell, you will see that this will not work. You can see this script is getting failed now. So I hope now you understand the difference between a groovy script and a bean cell. Both groovy and bean cell script serves the same purpose. You can do a mass update through groovy or a bean cell as I showed you over here. Here I have just given one input order. You can give thousand of orders in the same way, right? Just by doing like this, comma, and then second order, say this order, right? Then this comma, and then third order. Similarly, you can give n number of orders in this way only, right? So through these scripts, you can update the mass orders, or you can fetch the order in your desired format. So there are multiple utilities of creating bean cells or groovy script, but the difference between groovy and bean cell is that groovy is smart enough that it doesn't need any semicolons. It doesn't need even like from here, if I just create one method, if I just create a method, firstly let me again put the semicolon so that this bean cell would work, because I just removed these semicolons just to show you that what is the difference between a groovy and a bean cell. You can see now I just added the semicolon and it has started working, right? If I just call one method from this script, right? I'm just calling this method. If I have to call this method, then I have to declare like void, and then I'm just copying this method called test script, right? And over here I'm just printing something like this: print hello. Okay, if I am writing this in the bean cell, you can see it is working, right? You can see it is working and it is printing the hello, right? But if I run this in the groovy script, if I run this as a groovy script, I don't need to mention or specify the return type. I can just write def. right? So now if I am writing the def inside this, even if I am returning the void, or if I am returning a list, or if I am returning object, it is smart enough to understand what type of object I am returning. I don't need to specify over here whether I am returning a list or whatever. I just have to write a variable def, then it will automatically understand whatever the thing I am returning from this method. For example, if I run this as a groovy script, you can see that it is working. You can see this is working, right? But if I run this as a bean cell, this will not work. This will not work. You can see it is throwing error, right? For example, if I just return array list, right? Array list of type A is equal to new array list, right? And then if I just add a dot add hybris tube, okay, and if I just return a, I just to cut this from here and have to paste this because return should be the last statement, right? If I just write like this, right, so you can see in the bean cell it will break, right? Because I have to specify what type of thing I am returning. But if I run this as a groovy, still it will work. You can see still it is working. So it is smart enough to identify what type of return I am giving. Over here I am returning array list, still it is working. If I am just returning a boolean value, still it will work. So I hope now you understand the clear difference between a bean cell and a groovy script, and I hope now you understand why groovy script is far more efficient and advanced than the bean cell, because in the groovy script you don't need to take care of the syntaxes, right? You don't need the semicolon. Even if I write like this groovy and then single quotes, in the single quote, right, I'm writing like this in the groovy, you can see still it works, but this thing will not work in the bean cell, right? So you can see the clear difference between a groovy and a bean cell, right? So guys, now I hope you have a clarity what is groovy script and how to create a groovy script. And guys, so groovy script is very much similar to the bean cell. In case you want to run a bean cell as a groovy script, definitely it will work, but a groovy script will not work as a bean cell in the all scenarios, right? So I hope now you understand the difference between a groovy and a bean cell. Guys, if you are working in the production or live environment, you should have a collection of multiple type of groovy scripts. So these types will be used by you frequently. I am giving you some types of groovy scripts now. These will be very useful for you. Always remember, whenever there is a new requirement to create a groovy for a particular requirement, we never create a groovy script or any type of script from the very beginning or from the very scratch. We always take a sample example like this. I take this example, then I customize this, or then I modify this groovy script as per my requirement only. So I always don't write these all files, these all things from the very scratch. I always take one sample example of groovy script, then I do the customization as per my requirement. Accordingly, I modified this groovy script. So you should have a maximum number of collection of groovy scripts of different types. So you can choose the best groovy script as per your requirement, and then you can do customization over that groovy script, right? So now I'm going to show you multiple type of groovy scripts, and I will be uploading all the notes of this groovy scripts in the Google Drive. I will be sharing the link of the Google Drive in the comment section. So you can just click over that link and then you can download the notes of different type of groovy scripts, but you should have this data of multiple type of groovy scripts because you would need to use these groovy scripts very frequently in your project if you are a Hybris developer. Okay, so now I am going to give you a groovy script. I am going to give you a which will groovy script which will identify all the products with missing super categories. For example, if I open one product in the back office, I am opening one product in the back office. I have clicked on the products tab. For example, if I click over here, right, if I just go to the category system, I'm just clicking over here in the category system, right. Over here, guys, you can see we do have multiple super categories, right? So my requirement is that I need to identify all the products which are missing the super categories, right? Guys, in case you have already worked on the Hybris, you must know that the super categories are must for a product. These at categories are done or enriched by the product enrichers if you work in the production environment. So these categories should be there in the product to make that product visible on the website, right? That is why my requirement is I need to identify all those products which are missing these super categories. So to do this, we will create a groovy script or we can create a bean cell as well. And that groovy script will look like something like this. So you can see this is the groovy script which is there to find all the products which are missing the super categories. So what I am doing over here, I am just doing some imports like I used to do in the bean cell, right? And then what I am doing over here, you can see this is the find product without categories, right? So over here I am just calling this method find product without categories, right? So once this line come over here, automatically this is calling this method, and you understand now why I'm writing the diff, because this is makes this program efficient enough to detect automatically what type of object I am returning, right? So in this method, what I am doing over here, I am firstly selecting or I mean choosing the catalog version as stage, right? And then from this line, what I am doing, I am calling this product service dot get all products for the catalog version, right? Now you must be wondering why I am writing like this default product service dot get all products for catalog version. I have already told you this concept during the bean cell, but I will again repeat why I'm doing this, because if I go into the default product service, right, you can see this is the default product service. Inside this default product service, I should have this method which I was using into my script, this get all products for the catalog version. You can see I'm just pressing the control O and then I'm just pasting. So you can see this is the method, and what this method is doing, it is giving me all the products present in the particular catalog version. For example, over here we just selected the catalog version as stage. I have already explained you what are catalog versions. Catalog versions are either stage version or the online version. So I have selected the stage catalog version. For example, this for this product the catalog version is staged, right? So now we will quickly run this script. What the script is doing over here, I have got the products which are there in the stage catalog version. Then what I am doing over here firstly I am checking, okay, my if there is any product into the stage catalog or not. If this list is not empty, then I am making a for loop iteration till this flow. Over here, what I am doing, I am just taking each product and checking whether this product super category is empty or not. If it is empty, then I am just printing the product detail, right? So for now, I will quickly run this script for you, this groovy script for you, right? And you can note one thing, I am not adding any semicolon over here because I am treating this script as a groovy script. So this is task for you. You need to identify the maximum differences between a groovy script and a bean cell, right? I have already told you some differences between a groovy script and a bean cell. So I am going to run this groovy script. You can see firstly I will run this as a bean cell. It will definitely not work. But if I run this as a groovy, if I run this as a groovy in the commit mode, do I need a commit mode? No, I don't need a mode because I'm not saving anything, right? So I will just select this option only. Then I'm clicking on the execute, and once I click on the execute button, you will see it will give me the results. Probably there can be a possibility that we don't have any product which doesn't have super category. So it may give us the zero result depending on the data we have. Why it is taking so much time? Because we do have many products in our system, right? We do have many products, so it is iterating all products. And you can see this script has finished, but it has not given me any input. Why it has not given me any input? Because we don't have any product for which super category is empty. Just to show for you what I will do, I will just remove these super categories for you. I will just save this, right? Then what I will do, I will again run this script. Then I will show you that this product will start coming into my script because this product is the version is the stage, and this product doesn't have super categories now. So what I will do, I will again click on the execute button now. And once I click on the execute button, it has again made a hit on this default product service API, right? It is iterating all products and checking in all products whether the super category is empty or not. So you can see now it has given me one dot get code. Just let me see what mistake we have done. Let me run this again. So you can see it has given me this product number, and I think this was the same product we were using, right? So I hope now you clear or have a clear understanding how this script is working. Don't worry, I will give you this script in the notes section. So you can just copy this script and you can save this script into your system. So such type of scripts are very important. You will be requiring to do multiple operations on the products. So in those type of tasks, you will be required to have this type of script. Guys, then I have another requirement, and for that requirement, I need to create a groovy script. What I need to do, I need to print all the properties of an object, right? For example, I have object as an employee object. I need to print all the properties, right? All type of attribute properties which we have. So for that, the script should be something like this. So you can see over here what I'm doing. I am just making a query. I'm just fetching a object of employee, and then I'm just iterating over this employee object. I will quickly run this script into HSC as a mode as groovy only, script type as groovy only, and then I just click on the execute button. And once I clicked over the execute button, you can see it has given me this result. What it has given me this result? It has told me, okay, in the employee object, we have total 138 rows. If I can just show you the employee object, if I can just show you the employees object, if I just make a blank search, you can see we do have only 138 rows. So it means we do have only 138 rows of data, right? And this is the same data we have seen, right? Over here, you can see it is giving me the value from cache, value as false. This is very important value. I will tell you the importance of this field in a few minutes. Then it is giving me all the employee model, all the employees, 138 employees which we have in this data, right? So it is giving me all the attributes or all the structure of this employee object. Like in the employee table we do have 138 rows. From where I am picking this data, I'm picking this data from cache or not, it is saying false, right? What all data we have, this is the all type of data we have. I hope now you understand what this groovy script is doing. So you will be using this groovy script very frequently in our project to inspect particular object or a particular type, like employee type, how many data we have in the employee type. So for that you will be using this script. I will be adding this script as well into the notes. So once you download the notes, you will get this script as well, right? There is one important thing which I was mentioning, the from cache value as false. So guys, once you fire one script, right, first time it always pick the data from the database. But once I rerun this script, I am rerunning this script, you can see in the output, it is now picking the value from the cache, right? If I rerun this n number of time, it will always pick the data from the cache. Why it is picking the data from the cache? To make your data searching faster, right? So I hope now you understand the caching concept in Hybris. So once always it fetches the data first time from the Hybris DB, then it always return the data from the Hybris cache only, right? In case you are firing the same query again and again. If your query is different, then obviously it will fetch the data from the DB only. For example, if I write like this, select star from customer, right, then it will definitely fetch the data from the Hybris DB. Hybris DB first time, you can see total count is 111, right? But if I rerun this query, then definitely it will be fetching the data from the cache only, right? If I rewrite this, select PK from employee, which we had previously fetched as well, so you can see it is still fetching the value from the cache. So it has some time, cache expire time. After that, it will again start picking the data from the Hybris DB, right? So I hope this is clear to you now, right? Now we have one important concept. I have another requirement. What type of requirement I have? I need to print all the objects of I need to print all methods of an object, right? For example, I do have employee model. I do have employee model, right? I do have this employee model. You can see I'm just pressing the control O. You can see we do have these methods, control O. After pressing the control O, these all methods are there. These all getters are there, get organization role, get ticket stores, right? If I just again press the control O, it will pick the data from the user model. So I'm again pressing control O, it shows me different getters, right? Now if I just need to print all these methods, then what I have to do, how I need to create such type of groovy script. So guys, that groovy script will look like something like this. So this will be printing the all methods of an object. For example, if I just need to print all the methods of employee model, what I will do, I will just run this script. I will run this groovy script, right? And then I will show you that it will print all the methods. You can see these all are the methods we do have. in this employee model, right? So this is what we can do, right? So I hope this is clear to you and these things are very useful for you. Now, guys, I do have one very important requirement. This requirement you will need very frequently if you are working as a Hybris developer or if you are working on the Hybris Live website. You will need this script very frequently. What my requirement is, for example, I need to enable the logging of flexible search query. It means what I need to do, whatever the queries my system is firing to the Hybris DB, I need to print all those queries. For example, you can see currently I am not printing any query which my system is firing. You can see these jobs are currently running, right? These jobs are keep on running. So internally, definitely these jobs must be firing some commands or some SQL queries to DB. So what all are the SQL queries which these jobs are firing, or whatever the backend system activities which are ongoing, what all SQL queries are getting fired. I need to have a print of all those SQL queries. So how can I do, or what is the script to do so? So guys, the script will look like something like this. You can see this is the script, and through this script you can not only print the flexible search query logs, you can print the logs of any class. You can see over here what I am doing. Over here I am giving the class for which I need to enable the logs. I need to give the full path. For example, if I need to add the or enable the logging of any other class, say I need to enable the logging of this add to cart controller.java. What I have to do, I just have to copy this path de.hybris.training.storefront.controller.miss, then dot add to controller. This is the path which I need to give, right? So I hope now you understand what how this path got created, right? Because if I just show you this flexible search, right, I am just clicking over the flexible search, then I just press Control Shift and T, and then I am writing flexible search. You can see this is the path DE Hybris platform Jalo flexible search, and this is the path, same path DE Hybris platform Jalo dot flexible search, then dot flexible search is the class name. Right over here, I am writing what type of logs I want to enable, debug logs or info log, what type of logs I need to enable, right? So for example, if I just change this debug level to all, so it will just print all type of logs, whether a debug log or info log, it will start printing all type of logs, right? So currently you can see it is not printing any queries till now. So once I run this groovy script in the commit mode, I am just clicking on the execute. So once this script is run, you can see in the logs we are now printing all the flexible search queries. You can see all the queries are getting printed now. I hope now you understand. I hope this query or this script, Groovy script, will be very useful for you in your daily project activities. I will be adding this Groovy script as well in the notes which I am going to provide you, so you can use this groovy script in your project activities. So I hope this script will be useful for you, right? So guys, this is what I wanted to show you in this session. What is groovy script, how to write a groovy script, what is the difference between a bean cell and a groovy script, and finally then I shared multiple type of groovy scripts with you. I hope this session is useful for you. Guys, if you like this video, do share this with your friends. Thank you for watching. Bye.